What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell by the title, we are going book shopping today. Today is Thursday and I've honestly been in the house all week. The temperatures were like in the single digits this week, so I haven't left my house like since Saturday. So I need to get out the house, and I also have a goal of reading at least 50 books this year. Today is currently January 23rd. It's January 23rd and I've only read 2 books so far. So I do have a list though of books that I want to read. I also want to put y'all on, if y'all don't know already, if you're a reader or you're trying to be more of a reader or whatever the case may be, there's this app called Margins that I heard about on TikTok, and it just keeps like all of your reads or whatever organized. You set a goal, so I put in here my goal of reading 50 books for the year for 2025. These are the 2 books I've read so far, The Kind Worth Killing and Shudder, and I'm currently reading The Last Time I Lied. Well, I haven't started it yet. It's right there. I haven't opened it yet because I kind of just finished Shudder. But that's the next book we're going to read. There's also a section where you can plan out the books you want to read. So I have a few books that I need to go pick up today. We're just going to go to Barnes & Noble. All these books actually said they were in stock at the location I'm going to. And I'll also just be keeping my eyes open to see like what other books may draw my attention. If you can't tell, I'm a thriller, mystery, suspense, psychological kind of girl. So those are the books that I enjoy reading. I also like romance too, but I'm more of like a suspense, psychological thriller kind of girl. Let me read y'all the books that I have on my to be read list. So I have Verity by Colleen Hoover, and I've heard so many mixed reviews about this book. Like you either love it or hate it. I've heard people like talk so bad about it, and then I have people that say like they couldn't put it down. So I'm like, let me just decide for myself. And then I have Agatha Christie, and Then There Were None. I feel like she's like the most popular author out there, and I actually had And Then There Were None, but I lost it like some years ago, so I'm just gonna get another copy. Then I have The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. I read the synopsis for all these books already, but I just can't really remember what this one is about. But I know when I read the synopsis, I was like, oh, let me add this to my list. Then I have The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell. I have Sometimes I Lie by Alice Feeney. I have The Couple Next Door by Sherry LaPena. And then I also have Everyone Here is Lying, also by Sherry. As you can see, it keeps track for me. So I've read 2 books in January, and then it also even tells me like I've read 637 pages, and on average that's 28 pages per day, which isn't really accurate because I kind of just knocked those 2 books out in like a few days each, but it's already almost the end of January. So, and it also like keeps track of like your reading time each day if you decide to log it, I guess. And it also like can recommend books to you. I'm still kind of figuring out this app and like how it works. But yeah, let's go have ourselves a little Barnes & Noble date. I love the energy of like bookstores, especially Barnes & Noble. Eventually, I don't know if I'll have space here in this apartment, but I would love to have like a little library section in my home and like a little reading nook. I feel like that'd be so cute, so cozy. But yeah, let's head to the store. Let's head to the bookstore and see what we can find. Okay, I also want to get coffee from this coffee shop, but it's kind of out the way. I'm really craving like a caramel kind of drink. I love caramel. So I'll probably get that after the bookstore. Yeah, I don't feel like carrying that in the store and then having to worry about carrying a bunch of stuff. So guys, with the way it's been like snowing, my car is so dirty on the outside. Like, this is actually embarrassing. I need a car wash. Maybe we'll do that this weekend. All right, we are here. I feel like this collar is like messing up my hair, but it's fine. All right, we're here. We're at the bookstore. Yeah, so let's go see what we find. Here is today's bag. This is actually my first time wearing this bag. It's by Charles and Keith, and it has like this little opening situation. I think it's really cute. But all right, let's go. Okay, y'all, we just did some damage. I got 8 books. We are set for, well, if I'm gonna do 50 books this year, I need to be reading like 1 a week on average. So we're set for like the next 2 months, really. So when I get home, first we're about to go get coffee, and then when I get home, I will give you guys a little book haul. Y'all, I need a car wash so bad. This is ridiculous. Y'all, the original coffee shop that I wanted to go to was closed. So I had to drive like 30 minutes to another town to come here. Thank you. So I had to drive 30 minutes out of the way to come here because I really like this spot. But now we are heading home. I actually think I'm gonna stop at my mom's house. But once I get back home, we're going to do a review of all the books that I got. I'm excited. I wish I could read them all like at once and then go back to Barnes & Noble and get more books. This drink is so good. I don't like the taste of coffee, but I like warm or hot caramel drinks, and this is like a caramel cream, whatever it's called. All I know is y'all can't even see me. I don't know coffee like terminology. All I know is this is a nice warm caramel drink, and that's what I like. Like macchiato, latte, cappuccino, frappuccino. I really don't know the difference. I just know I don't like my drinks to taste like coffee. I just want to taste sugar. Okay guys, so it is a little bit later. It's actually a lot later. I just got home. I was hanging out at my mom's house for a little bit, but I'm excited to show y'all what we got today. So first, as I mentioned earlier, this is the book we're reading next. The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. I've read a few of his books before, so I got this not today, but the last time I was at Barnes & Noble. And the girl at the cash register told me it was really good, so I guess I'll give like a little overview of each book. So this one, I don't want to read like the whole back. Hold on. Okay, so I'm just going to read like the little overview I found online. Plot concerns the reopening of a summer camp from which 3 girls disappeared 15 years before. Their former roommate, now a counselor, attempts to solve the disappearance while dealing with her own survivor's guilt. So that's what we're reading. And I also picked up this bookmark last time I was there. And it's just like a water thing. So this is it. It's just like has like water on it or a wave. This actually kind of looks like the tattoo I have. I have a tattoo of a wave on my thigh. That's kind of cool. And now for what I got today. I actually found everything that was on my list to get. I found it by myself too. Okay, so first we have Sometimes I Lie. I'll just read the back because this is kind of short. Amber Reynolds wakes up in a hospital. She can't move, she can't speak, she can't open her eyes. She can hear everyone around her, but they have no idea. Amber doesn't remember what happened to her, but she has a sneaking suspicion her husband had something to do with it, or her sister, or maybe both. Terrified and trapped inside her own body, she slowly begins to remember a night that changed her life. Is she in a coma due to an accident? Is her sister having an affair with her husband? What happened at work with her horrible boss? And who is the person who is silently visiting her bedside each night? So yeah, as I said before, I'm like a huge thriller, mystery kind of girl. So this is right up my alley, and it's by Alice Feeney. Next, we have The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell. Soon after her birthday, Libby Jones returns home from work to find the letter she has been waiting for 25 years. She rips it open with one driving thought: I am finally going to know who I am. She learns not only the identity of her birth parents, but also that she is the sole inheritor of their abandoned mansion on the banks of the Thames? I don't know, it's like a city, I guess. Everything in Libby's life is about to change, but what she can't possibly know is that others have been waiting for this day as well, and she's on a collision course to meet them. Interesting. Next, we have the infamous Verity. I think I said this earlier, but people either like hate this book or love this book, and I'm just ready to decide for myself because I've heard I haven't heard anyone just say it was like, eh. It's either they hate it or they love it. So this one's kind of long. I really don't even know what it's about. So I guess it's about an author and she finds something that she wasn't supposed to read. But I feel like if you're a book person, you already are familiar with Verity. Even if you haven't read it, I'm sure you've heard of it. So I feel like this is what I'm gonna read after the one that we're about to start, because I need to know what all the hype is about. Next we have Everyone Here Is Lying. Ugh, that title just already got me. Okay, I'll read this one. On the surface, William Wooler is a family man, but he's been having an affair that ended horribly this afternoon at a motel up the road. When he returns to his house, devastated and angry to find his difficult 9-year-old daughter, Avery, unexpectedly home from school, William loses his temper. Hours later, Avery's family declares her missing. Suddenly, Stanhope, which is the city, doesn't feel so safe, and William isn't the only one on his street who's hiding a lie. As witnesses come forward with information that may or may not be true, his neighbors become increasingly unhinged. Who took Avery Wooler? We love that. Next, we have The Housemaid. I'll read this real quick. Every day I clean the Winchesters' beautiful house top to bottom. I pick up their daughter from school and I cook a delicious meal for the whole family before heading up to eat alone in my tiny room on the top floor. I try to ignore how Nina makes a mess just to watch me clean it up, how she tells strange lies about her own daughter, and how her husband Andrew seems more broken every day. But as I look into Andrew's handsome brown eyes, so full of pain, it's hard not to imagine what it would be like to live Nina's life. The walk-in closet, the fancy car, the perfect husband. I try on one of Nina's pristine white dresses once, just to see what it's like. But she soon finds out, and by the time I realize my attic bedroom door only locks from the outside, it's far too late. But I reassure myself, the Winchesters don't know who I really am. They don't know what I'm capable of. Oh, you go, girl. Okay, we have 3 more books. Couple Next Door. Anne and Marco Conti seem to have it all. A loving relationship, a wonderful home, and their beautiful baby Cora. But one night when they're at a dinner party next door, a terrible crime is committed. Suspicion immediately falls on the parents, but the truth is much more complicated. What follows is a nerve-wracking unraveling of a family. Detective Rasbach knows that the panicked couple is hiding something inside the curtained house. Anne and Marco both soon discover that the other is keeping secrets they've kept for years. The shocking truth will leave you breathless. We'll see about that. Oh, I'm so excited to read all of these. Okay, next I have probably one of the most famous, well-known mystery thriller novels out there. And Then There Were None. As I told y'all before, I meant to read this years ago, and I had bought it and I lost it. So actually, I think this is going to be the next read after Riley Sager. So it'll be Riley Sager, then this, and then Verity. And I feel like most of y'all already know what this is about. It's like a whodunit, like a group of people. I think it's 10 people, and one of them is the killer, and you have to figure out who did it. All right, Miss Agatha, do not disappoint me. She's the most widely published author of all time, outsold only by the Bible and Shakespeare. Okay, Miss Girl. And the book is actually pretty thin. How many pages is this? 233. So that's nothing. I could knock this out in a day, honestly. I'm really, really excited about this one because I feel like that's a staple in the mystery thriller suspense book. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I feel like that's a go-to, that's a given. And why haven't I read it yet? It's okay. It's okay. I'm still a baby reader, y'all. So, and here is the last book I got. This one actually wasn't on the list, but I saw it and I read the back and I was like, hey, let me just throw this in as my little bonus book. It's called She Doesn't Have a Clue by Jenny Elder Moak. A high-end wedding on a private island off the coast of Seattle sounds like something out of a magazine, but for best-selling mystery author Kate Valentine, it's more like a nightmare. Why Kate agreed to attend her ex-fiance's wedding is its own enigma, but she'll plaster on a fake smile for 2 nights, with the aid of free champagne, naturally. And because the groom happens to be her editor, she'll try to finish a draft of her latest Loretta Starling mystery as a wedding gift. When the bride is poisoned and Kate stumbles across a dead body, she finds herself in a real-life mystery that eerily echoes the plot of her latest novel. And the only person who seems willing to help Kate catch the killer is Jake Hawkins, aka the Hot Australian, aka Kate's biggest romantic regret. As the wine flows and the weather threatens to hold every guest hostage, bitter resentments and long-held grudges surface among the colorful crowd. Anyone could be capable of murder, it seems. What would Loretta do? Unfortunately, Kate doesn't have a clue. I'm so excited to read. Y'all know this is so crazy because I was not a reader like growing up. As a kid, maybe like I remember reading like Junie B. Jones. That's like my only real memory of reading like as a kid. Once I got to like middle school and high school, I hated reading. Ugh, you would never catch me with a book. I don't know, even in like college, really. Definitely like freshman year, I was not reading. Sophomore year, probably not. And junior and senior years are kind of a blur because that's when COVID came. But now I have a goal of reading 50 books this year, which is crazy. I never thought I would become like a reader like this, but it's like an escape. Like it's different from watching a movie or show, I feel like. I don't know. I just love reading. Let me know in the comments below if y'all have read any of these books, and please recommend me more books. So as I said, I'm a mystery thriller, suspense, psychological thriller kind of girl. But one thing like I'm kind of tired of reading about is like the typical detective serial killer type thing. Like it's always like a detective, oh, they go back to their old hometown and all the clues, all the old hidden secrets start coming up and they have to solve the case. Like that's so like typical, you know? So I'm trying to find books that are different than that, like not your typical detective works to solve the case before the killer comes and kills them. So I feel like these books are a great start. So I'm hoping to like make this more of a regular thing on my channel, like incorporating my book journey, if that's what you want to call it, becoming a booktuber. And yeah, I'm excited. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.